Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Wilson Morales from Black Women TV, talking to the one and only Patina Miller. She's had an incredible year. Rock, on Power Book Raising Kanan, Now, you won a Tony and people know you from there, but did you ever think you were going to get this newfound audience playing Rock?
I wanted it. I couldn't wait. I mean, to hopefully do something like this. I've been in a lot of different projects. But this one means a lot to me. This was an incredible. This has been such a collaborative, the most diverse project I've ever worked on. And, to act with some Black people is really kind of amazing and not be the only one. You know what I mean? That's like a really big thing for me. And I'm working with the best of the best people at what they do. And so it's been a real treat. And this newfound audience that I love, I mean, it has made such a huge impact on me, just the reception to our show, to me in particular, to what Rock is already meaning to Black women who you know what I mean? It's a lot. And so I'm really happy and just so excited.
Before we start going into that, when you keep it real, like, you've been on Broadway for a long time, but not a lot of Black folks go see Broadway shows, and so like, even though you did Sister Act, still not a lot of Black people saw it. You did Pippin, right. Still not a lot of Black people saw it. You win a Tony. And, the thing about Tony Award winners, unless they do their own marketing campaign, not everybody's aware of who's a Tony Award winner, as it is. Right. Not everybody's watching the award shows. The rating tells you that. And so but then people look at your background like, you've been working. You've had series after series, and it's like, you've been on TV. It's just a matter of like, okay, which is the one that's going to break out and get you to know people. Yeah. And so you did Madam Secretary 7 years, and one of the few Blacks on that show, so then this comes along. What went into saying yes when this role came about?
Well, I read the character. So first off, Courtney Camp, I love. I have been a fan of Courtney for a long time, seeing just how the Power franchise kind of lit up, and seeing a Black woman in that position as a showrunner, you know what I mean? But and creator of a show, that was huge for me. Being a Black woman is to seeing this woman do this thing, like, holy crap, that's incredible. So I've just always been in awe of her. And, the Power universe, I just loved her writing. I loved how honest and raw and grounded all of the characters were. And I love how real and relatable all of these characters were. So whenever the role of Raquel fell into my lap, I was so hoping, I was like, you know what, this will be the most amazing experience if I connect with this character, because one, I'm going to be able to work with a lot of Black people. I've always wanted to work with Black people. I love Courtney. I hope that it is great. And so I already knew, I didn't know that it was Kanan's story at the time. I just know it was Power Book 3. But from the minute I opened up that first script to the end of the first script, I dropped in and I said, I have to do this. There's no one else who can do this but me. This is mine. Oh my God. I have to get into this room. And, I did it. I went to Vegas for my birthday, and I had my friends reading the other lines with me on our way to the club. I was like, okay, before I do any dancing, celebrating my birthday, we're going to go through these lines. So I wanted it really badly. And then here we are.
That persona is so tough, and, people love, to see, and they want to see a strong Black woman, where it's 90% toughness, 1% weakness, and so you get this script, and actors have to play a certain role. And they, obviously they say, I can do this, I can do that. What part of Rock is you? It's like, you see the stuff that's in the way she speaks, it's not like it's a rapper, like, because not everybody can rap. No matter what, if you just, I need a rap singer, you can't just do it. It's like, takes time and practice and stuff like that. But like, when you see this persona that Rock plays opposite all these guys on the show, what part is that? I like to think that when people are reading sides, somewhere along the line, there's a little bit of them in that character. How do you relate to Rock?
Well, I relate to Rock in that Rock wants to be the best at what she does, right? Rock she is just so like, she's a dreamer. she wants things. And that's something that being an actor and being a mother, like I can, that touches me, right? Like Rock's a mother. She wants to be the best mother she can be, but she also wants to be the best businesswoman, and she wants to be on top. And I get what that urge is. I get what that is. And so immediately that kind of like leapt off the page at me. It's like, okay, yeah, she has a lot going on. There's a lot of life. There's a lot of inner stuff that's going on with her. And yeah, she's 90% strong, but I don't even say 90% strong. That's something that she has to put on. And we all do. Being a Black woman, that's something that I have to portray all the time, you know, because we're not allowed to be vulnerable. We're not allowed to be these other things. It's like, but the reality is we're not all like that. The reality is there's an inner life. And what I wanted to bring out in Rock was that other side, because it's very easy to be strong. But I think what's more captivating, more interesting is to see what's behind that. And so with Rock, I've been able to play with her vulnerability. I've been able to play with the dreamer in her. I've been able to play the mother, the lioness, you know, that raw thing. I've been able to play the savage and then the strong. And so I'm able to like play all of these different things in one character. That is what excited me about Rock. I feel like I have all of those different things inside of myself and they aligned, and you know, we're doing it.
You said Courtney brought you on, but I'd like to get an idea, like what was 50 Cent's opinion when he first met you? And I could only see him smile when he's seen you perform and looking at Courtney and goes, "You did, girl, you did good."
He's very proud. He's very proud. You know, whenever we did the screen test, so I had to, once I got it, they told me that they were thinking about Makai and that I needed to go to his screen test. And they gave me like 10 pages of sides. And as I went there, I was like, I believe that they're going to want me to be off book as well. And for me, for this chemistry read, I don't want to be looking down at a page. So I'm going to memorize this. I'm going to memorize it. That's what I'm going to do. So I came into Makai's screen test. I didn't know who was going to be there. I knew who was in my room. I didn't know that 50 was going to show up that day, but he did. And it was crazy. He was so excited because, you know, we're doing a show based off of his character. And I think without his portrayal and what he did with that character, we wouldn't be here. So he loves this, and he's excited by the story, and, you know, parts of it is his story. So he was like the proud dad coming in there to watch us do our thing. And so Makai and I get there and we're like, well, there's no other, we got to do the thing, right? Like, you got to show him you Kanan, and I'm about to show you like what his mama is. And so Makai and I went into this thing. We never looked at our script. We spent like 30, 40 minutes. They put a camera on us. I thought it was just a chemistry read. They were taping us as if we were already in character, and we just did it. We went it and we went full out. And that was the moment where we looked at 50 and he was like, super proud. Everybody in that room, our showrunner, Sasha Penn, they just were so proud that we found it. And we found who this mother and son was so quickly.
Yeah, that's good. And obviously with the applause you've been getting, congratulations. I know you're going to be honored as part of the celebration of Black cinema and television coming up soon.
Yeah.
You know, and that's good to know that you were one of the standouts. You know, I will be there.
Yay!
You know, so like, it's good to know that, like, hey, like I said, you know, for actors, you know, you're only as good as your last projects, they always say, you know, and then you just got to continue to do it. You know, you got a lot of years in you, and, you know, and you can't rest on one thing. Like, it can't be like, oh, I won a Tony eons ago. It's like, no, I did this thing a while back. You know, you got to continue to go on. And with the Power franchise and knowing that it has that base, I said to someone earlier, it goes, Power is like a comic book. Everybody knows everybody on that show. Even if you got one line, one episode, they know who you play, you know? Even a cat that got killed, I think, in the first or second episode, you know, it's like, they know, oh, I'm the guy that got killed, you know? I was like, yeah, who was that cat?
He whiz, Niles, like they
know that. And so, you know, when was the time when you saw people appreciating your work on this show? You know, do you read, you know, do you go to social media? Do you see this? Do people now recognize you more?
Yeah, they do. You know, social media, and I love Instagram. I have loved just seeing the flood of my DMs saying like, oh my God, Rock makes me feel like seeing women like, yeah, Rock is a badass. Like Rock makes me feel like I can do anything. And, you know, and for the women with just them, the women saying like, oh my God, seeing a beautiful chocolate sister leading a show, like that's important. And that's so amazing. Thank you so much. The reception to the show and to the character, to all of the characters, but specifically mine, it has been insane. It's what I wanted. I wanted her to land like this. I'm proud of the work. And I wanted people to see themselves inside all of this work and see themselves reflected and get excited. You know, this is no different than The Sopranos, Tony Soprano. You know, I get to be the same as like Tony, but you know, I'm holding it down for the women being this crazy like queen pin. And then social media, like they love it. And then now on the street, when I was taking my daughter to the pumpkin patch, I had this, you know, it was crazy because I'm like going to the pumpkin patch like everybody else. And I had so many people come up to me, and specifically there was this one lady came up to me with her family and she's like, oh my God, I'm you. I have a son in that life, and I showed him the show, and you know, she's like, I take care of his daughter, and you know, you've just been so incredible and so inspiring, and like she felt seen. And that's what I love about this show, is that people feel seen in these roles, and like, oh my God, that was my aunt. Oh my God, I remember that thing. Like my mama told me that I gotta go beat him up. I can't come home and she gonna beat my butt, you know? So it's super relatable, and just the reception has been incredible.
You know, before I let you go,
great.
I'm going to let you go in a few minutes, but I just want to say congratulations. You mentioned The Sopranos earlier. I know you were in The Many Saints of New York, so name and dropping that. So continue to work. Obviously, we're looking forward to season 2. I'm sure there'll be other work in between that, but hey, congratulations on everything you've done so far.
Thank you for your support always, Wilson. Thank you.
Keep it going. We need you. All right.
You.
Take care.
Bye.